Welcome to section 11.5, Common Misconceptions about Evolution. In this section, we'll address some of the most common misconceptions about evolution. These misunderstandings are widespread, but by clarifying them, we can better appreciate what evolution actually explains. By the end of this section, you should be able to identify common misconceptions about evolution and recognize frequent criticisms of the theory. We'll also examine why evolution is widely accepted by scientists and why alternatives like intelligent design don't meet scientific standards. In everyday language, the word theory can mean guess or hunch. But in science, a theory is a well substantiated explanation that has been extensively tested and supported by evidence. Examples include the theory of gravity and the theory of relativity. Evolution is just as robust, backed up by fossils, genetics, and direct observations in nature. Calling it just a theory misunderstands how science uses the word theory. Another misconception is that individuals evolve. In reality, individuals are born with a fixed set of genes. Evolution occurs at the population level across generations. For example, researchers observed changes in the bill size of medium ground finches on the Galapagos Islands after droughts. Individual birds didn't evolve. Rather, certain traits became more common in the next generation. Evolution explains how life diversifies and populations change over time. It does not explain how life first began. That's a separate scientific question involving the origin of the first organic molecules and cells. Evolution picks up from the point when life already exists. Some people think evolution has a goal or direction, but evolution is not intentional. It's shaped by natural selection acting on variation already present in populations. Species don't try to adapt. Those with advantageous traits simply leave more offspring, and the population shifts accordingly. Evolution was controversial in Darwin's time, with debates often tied to religion. But by the late 1800s, younger scientists had overwhelmingly accepted it. Today, about 97% of biologists support evolution as the foundation of biology. Where rejection persists, it's typically based on religious or cultural beliefs, not scientific evidence. Sometimes people argue that alternatives, like special creation or intelligent design, should be taught in science classes. But these aren't scientific theories. They lack evidence, testability, and explanatory power. Court rulings have confirmed that teaching religious views as science violates the separation of church and state. Intelligent design suggests life was shaped by an unknown designer. But because the designer can't be identified, measured, or tested, the idea falls outside the scope of science. Real science promotes research and generates new knowledge. Intelligent design doesn't. It halts inquiry instead of advancing it. Evolution is a well supported scientific theory, not a guess. Individuals don't evolve, populations do. Evolution doesn't explain life's origin, but it does explain how life diversifies. Evolution is not purposeful, it responds to changing environments. And finally, evolution is accepted by the scientific community, while alternatives like intelligent design lack scientific credibility.